And we're live. Welcome to the Boredom Podcast where I go live because I'm bored. We're just going to talk about anything and everything. I was just in Loki 13's live where they're cutting it up and having a good time, and they said that when they shut it down, they're going to send people over. So we might get an actual crew up in here tonight. And merry day before the night before Christmas, all. At least here in the U.S. So, what we know good. A lot of people are over there at Loki's live. They cutting it up and having a good time. But I'd already had this scheduled, so I was hanging out there until it came time to go live. And like I said, if I know you can feel free to hit up the link and join. It's open panel to those that I know. If I don't know you, hang out and show that you're a good person, and I'll let you up one day. Thank you, Inga. I appreciate it. If you want to send him the link to the um, invite to the panel, that's cool too. And I appreciate the people that do support. I try to give shout outs to everybody that does show up and hang out with us. I was hanging out with Alpha Tyler in his community stream earlier today, and we had a good time in there. Some good conversation. Great dude. I also hope one day that Whiskey might come join the panel and have a conversation because he fascinates me with his views on stuff. I know he can be a bit polarizing at times, but I agree with a lot of his ideas and philosophies and all that. Not all of them, mind you, but a good majority. He can be a bit abrasive to some, but I like the man. I see past the persona. He's very intellectual. Thank you. I appreciate you, Inga. Like I said, maybe one of these days I can get Scheme in here to have a conversation with me. And or other people that I know like Dan and Joe and people from the street team and all that. And like I said, when Loki shuts his down, he said he's going to be sending people over. So we may end up going late tonight or today. Oh, it's all good, Inga. You can always go back and rewatch the broadcast. I've had a lot of rather interesting conversation. Scheme even hopped up and had conversation for a little while with Alpha and the panel. Tech showed up and Simple showed up, and yeah, it was a good old time. Yeah, he is. I'm a really laid back person. I get along with all types of people, even trolls, because I tend to not feed them. And that's the key to the internet is don't feed the trolls, especially if you don't want the smoke. Yeah, my plans for Christmas. One second. I'm gonna be doing church tomorrow night with the family at about 6 p.m. my time, and then afterwards we open gifts and eat dinner and all that. It's usually mainly like cold cuts and things like that. Um, and then I'll probably hang out in Alpha Tyler's Discord to watch the Star Wars Christmas special. And yeah, that's about the majority of it. And Christmas Day, we might go over to my brother's house and for his family to open gifts and hang out with them for a couple hours and then come home. Because I've got two brothers, three nephews, and two nieces, and a great niece, and we all get together with my parents. Yeah, Inga Simple showed up at Alpha Tyler's Live. He even got on the panel for a little while, so his hair is growing back and his beard's looking nice, and he's looking healthy and good. It was nice to see him. Yep, yep. You should probably pass the word along to all the Dutchies that Simple was there. I think Marilis just popped in the chat, not the panel, but the chat while Alpha was live. Uh, be nice if some people showed up, but it's probably going to be later when they do. If I had somebody that could be on a computer while they were on here, I'd get them to share screen and we could probably stream snipe Loki for a little bit until they shut it down. Not for nefarious reasons, but just to show support. Let people get to know them and them get to know us. That's what friends do. They support each other. And most of them are good people. There's a few trolls within their community, but they're good people. He's Simple's doing good, Inga. Like I said, he's looking healthy. His hair's growing back, and his beard's looking good. And I think he had a hotspot or something, or was on his phone so that he could get on the live with us. Because where he lives, the reception sucks for internet because there's a lot of power lines and trees around him. But yeah, he was looking good and doing good, and he was conversating and having a ball with us. Welcome to our viewers. YouTube says we have 2 people watching. Like I said, if I know you, feel free to hit up the link. It's the Boredom Podcast where I go live because I'm bored. I really wasn't all that bored right before I started because I was over in Loki's live, but he says when he shut it down, he's going to send people over this way. Shout out to him. And that's what the community should be doing, is supporting each other and, letting people know who's live to go to whenever they go to shut down, so that we can all support each other. There's enough internet for everybody. And if Simple was able to get online and come join, then he's more than welcome to join us too. Have conversations. He's been at his place mostly. He didn't really say what he was doing. He just kind of hopped in because he saw the live and got into the conversations and everything with everybody. But like I said, where he lives, it's hard for him to get service, so that's why he's not online much. There's a lot of power lines and trees around him that block signal. I know this from whenever I did the meetup. Whenever we were over at his place, it was hard for us to be online. That's why we did a lot of the stuff over at Alpha's instead. Because they only live like probably a good mile from each other or two. One of these days, I want to get everybody together again. Have a like even a bigger meet and greet where we all pitch in and get either a cabin up there by where Alpha is, or maybe even rent a floor of a hotel here and have everybody down here. Have an as seen on YouTube convention, maybe. I'm kind of looking into that possibility. I just got to figure out when the best time is and how to get it funded. Because we do have a lot of conventions down here. It's a tourist area, so there's a lot of conventions that happen. So I'll just have to talk to a hotel and get rates and let people know the rates and let them book their flights and hotel rooms, and maybe even get a night where we can rent out their meeting area and have everybody meet up and set up and everybody go live at the same time. Maybe even get Alpha to set up a DJ booth. It's just a matter of, like I said, me finding out how much it would cost and letting everybody know, and you know, raising the money. One of these days, I'll end up going and figuring out how to set up a GoFundMe, maybe, and have it set up for that so that we can go ahead and make sure that it's all paid for already. It's one of those things that I've been thinking about doing. And as seen on YouTube con or something like that. And get everybody that's within the Alpha Tyler community to all meet up at one time, and or affiliated with Alpha Tyler's community to come. Because, like I said, it'd be cool to throw a concert maybe and have the reaction channels all together with a meetup and all that, and they can bring their merch to sell and they can make themselves some money too. I just got a notification. Triple T just dropped a video. Shout out to Triple T and Miss Lori, his wife. They're pretty cool people that have their own communities and their own lives and everything too. So it's boring being like only two people in here. I wish people would flock over. But like I said, we may get some late people. It just depends on how long they go in their lives. So how you been, Inga? Since you're like one of the only viewers in here, according to YouTube, anyway. One of these days, I got to start figuring out how to, or what my password is for Twitch and or other platforms to go ahead and have this all streaming on other platforms. But I'm waiting until I get more numbers showing up. But yeah, it's the wee hours of the morning, the day before, the night before Christmas. And like I said, later in the evening, we're gonna have the second annual Star Wars Christmas special playing in Alpha Tyler's Discord that we're all gonna, well, some of us are gonna be at. I don't know about all of us, but some of us. And it's a really bad show, but it's fun to hang out with everybody and make fun of. So if you're not a member, I'll probably go and put Alpha Tyler's Discord link in the description for people to go show up and pull up for the Star Wars Christmas special. It's not. I don't think it's going to be live streamed. It's just going to be in his Discord because of copyright. We'll get the live shut down, but we'll see how it goes. I'm surprised that my clickbait thumbnail didn't get more people popping in. We got a cop coming by. Let me mute real quick. Okay, I'm back. Nobody backstage yet. I need people to chat so that I can have something to talk about because I don't know what to talk about. So this is Christmas. And what have you done? I like that song. Let's hope it's a good one. for everyone. I don't know if that's the actual lyrics, but it sounded good to me. Jingle bell rock. Anyway, I'm floundering here without any conversation going on. Like I said, I don't know what to talk about without anybody to bounce ideas off of. I see we have an extra viewer. Hero Nash Gaming, what's up? Welcome to the Boredom Podcast, where I go live because I'm bored. What you know good? That's what we all do. We just out here chilling. I like your avatar. It's pretty cool. Well, welcome to the Boredom Podcast. Anything you want to talk about, just type it in the chat and we'll talk about it. That's cool. I did make avatars also. I made Inga's here. I've also made mine, which is a poker chip with my name on it. Because I live here in Biloxi, Mississippi, where we have a bunch of casinos. And when it first started with the casinos, they called us the Redneck Riviera. No, I didn't see the Hero Nash memes. I'll have to check that out whenever I end the live. The ones the avatars I make, I usually go ahead and do like cut and paste and stuff to make them. We like to support everybody that supports us, so that's cool. I appreciate you. Anything you want to talk about, you want to know about, just let me know, and we'll talk about it. I don't know a lot, but I know a little bit of a lot of different things, so. Well, that's cool. We're always out to support each other. If you're cool and you're good people, then, we're cool and good people too. And my advice for anybody that's a content creator is just do stuff that you like. I'm on my phone, so I can't do a whole lot with my live. But if you're on a computer, then you can go live and using StreamYard, and it's free to use, and you can go ahead and share screen and show video and share video and all sorts of stuff like that. I had to mute because the cop siren going off. And the way to get around the copyright is to try to find independent content artists to do. and whenever you are, make sure to pause to make it, your own content and have commentary over it. Oh yeah, video games are bad like that with the copyrights, but you know, um, if you're talking over it and all, that's where sometimes you can get away with it by making it uh, your own content. So and it's also, like I said, it's trying to find the independent stuff, um, playing games off of Steam and you know independent music and um, videos like that. Yeah, I mean that's what I'm here for, is to help give ideas and stuff too. I love helping people out and giving them ideas and stuff. I have a whole lot of independent music artists that I follow and I talk to, so I can give you names of artists to check out that it won't get you clapped because they're independent. And sometimes you might get a copyright on it, but all you have to do is reach out and to the artist, and a lot of times they'll take the copyright off, or you just won't get the monetization. They'll get it for it. I got a train coming, so I may have to mute again soon when the train gets closer. But yeah, some of the independent artists that I like to follow, that I request on lives, that uh, people don't usually get problems with, or um, Saint Muses, Nefarious Music, uh, Stacks 727, Nunrilla, Jacksonville Joe, uh, Alpha Tyler, Simple Reacts. Well, see, you shouldn't throw it away. You can always stop and save it, but never throw away what you're working on, because you never know, if you get like a mental block, you'll come back to it later on. And Inga had the idea also there too. But I know there's a lot of independent artists out there that are always looking to get views for reactions and stuff like that. Yeah, I can understand that to a degree, Nash. But you always want to try to not throw it away and save it, because you might get inspired to come back to it and add to it or something like that. I always tell people, you're harder on yourself than anybody else can be, and you never know what somebody's gonna like or rock with. So you always gotta hold on to stuff and try to finish it and put it out there so that people get to see what you're working on. Welcome to the other viewers. Hey Victoria, how you doing? Glad you can make it. I'm assuming that Loki's still alive. Glad you could show up though. Again, like I was saying, I got a train in the background, so I may end up muting while it goes by. So if I go silent, I'll probably be typing in the chat. But oh, that's cool. He just ended, so we'll probably start getting a couple of people pop over. Cool. Yeah, I'm always down to listen to what people are working on, and give my critique as a fan of music, not that I'm uh, an expert or anything, but as a fan, I like to hear what people are working on and give them pointers of what as a fan I like and what I dislike. And like I said, if I know you and you're good people, then you can hit up the link and join up on the panel. And if I know you and you've ever wondered what it would be like to be on a panel, but you didn't want to be on one of these that have a lot of people, this is the place to start and cut your teeth in. But it looks like I may have to mute here soon because I'm hearing the train get closer and closer. So I'll be muting so that y'all don't get your ears blown out by the train. And I'll be typing in the chat. Oh, well, what I mean by panel is this is an open stream to people that I know and get along with. You're new, so I probably wouldn't have you on yet. But as I get to know you, then later on when I do a panel, I would love to have you on. I have a link that's pinned that the people that I know can hit up, and if I know you, I'll go ahead and let you on the panel to come and talk because I don't like just talking to myself. So I like having people to bounce ideas off of and talk with and conversate about anything and everything. So the train's not blowing its horn. So if you hear the rumbling of the train, that's what's going on. Just let me know if you hear it or not. So yeah, it's an open panel for anybody that I know. If I don't know you, hang out, and type in chat, and let me know about you and get a feel for you before I let you up. Because there are trolls out there that like to try to get people taken down and or deplatformed. So I try not to have anybody I don't know. Mm-hmm. And I'm still new, so I don't need to have that issue happen of getting deplatformed. So Merry Christmas, everybody. Hope everybody's having a good day. Yeah, it's all good. I just like having conversations, and if people are cool and respectful, then you know I get to know them. Then I'll let them on the panel to chat with me. And if anybody that I do know wants to chat, they can hit the link, and I'll let them on, and we can chat and show Hero Nash Gaming what it's like to have a panel. I got a siren. Sorry for the muting, but the siren came flying by, so I wanted to go ahead and not blow people's ears out or not be heard or whatever. One of these afternoons, I may go live in the afternoon. So please like and subscribe, and that way, if you're bored and I go live, you'll get a notification, so you'll know that I'm live. And then on top of that, if anybody that I know vouches, I can let people up. But it's because somebody I know that vouches for them. But YouTube is funny about all that, so that's why I only do the people that I know. But welcome to the Boredom Podcast, where I go live because I'm bored. I'm going to say that until we have a good group of people in here and or a panel for me to talk with. I feel kind of like I'm begging people to be around, but it is what it is. Yep. So if y'all have any questions or anything, just feel free to type them out. And then, like I said, if I know you, hit up the link. One of these days, I'll get smart enough about hitting people up in DMs that I know when I'm going live, so that they'll know, so that they can come over. Because I know a bunch of people that are night owls too, but they usually do stuff on their channels. Which, like I said, shout out to Loki13, uh, Triple T, Alpha Tyler, Jason JV, Simple, Technutium, or Tech Riffs, um, Jiminator J, uh, Menacing Threat Productions, Brookie. I'm not sure what the rest of her name is, but yeah, all good people. John Deere Green, Dan the Man, Jacksonville Joe, they're all good people. I've known Dan and Joe for almost 6 years now, I want to say. Shout out to HBR at the Crossroads, too. You know, I like hanging out with him, too. Anybody that and We Scheme that wants to talk, We Scheme is another good person. He puts out some great music on his channel as well as the After the Tone channel. Stacks, 727, Nunreal, the Street Team, all good people. Another good independent artist to check out is Crucifix, besides Saint Mises and the others that I mentioned. And if you hit up any of them, let them know that I sent you because, I like to get new people to follow those people. I love, giving shout outs and helping to promote independent people, music artists, graphic designers, what have you, comedians, anything. But what we know good. Somebody give me something to talk about. And or if I know you, don't be shy. Come on up. What's up, no name? Feel free to hit up the link if you want. It's an open panel. This is the Boredom Podcast where I go live because I'm bored and I like to conversate. So if you like to conversate and I know you, hit up the link. You can join the panel. It's open to people I know. Otherwise, feel free to type questions and or, conversations in the chat. And I hope you don't get mad at it either here on Ash Gaming. Like I said, I like hearing people's music, no matter what genre it's in. It may not be for me, but I'll usually tell you that it's not my style, but I'll still critique. It's also all about networking. If I hear your stuff and I like it, and I'll tell people about it and get reaction channels to react and get you more views. We got 4 people viewing. That's cool. The most I've had at one time has been like 12, I think, or 13. And that was when Alpha Tyler was on the panel with a bunch of the people from his community. Yes, ma'am. There's a lot of good independent artists out there. Also, Gatsby, uh, where his name is spelt with a 7. Depraved Slasher is a great reaction channel also, or Hella Depraved, I think they may have renamed because it's him and his girl, Hellcat. Let's see, who else do I know that I want to give shout outs to? Silver Wolf, he's a good beat maker. Mel Bell, she does promotions and puts on artists. She knows a bunch of indie artists as well. Beyond the Veil, they're a new and upcoming rock band out of Canada. That's good. Yeah, Jackson Parrish does good music and reactions, and he goes live. Oh no, I haven't mentioned Nampy or 15th Bend. They're both great artists. 15th Bend does guitar music as well as he goes live on Thursdays, like Inga says, and Nampy is a great producer, music maker. He's also a great artist as well. Yeah, I missed his live. I was busy with other stuff. I got to catch more of his lives. Yeah, Namson is fun. He's a personality. There's also a good independent artist that does political stuff called Samson. A lot of his stuff is political by nature, but it's funny. Samson, that is. But welcome to all four of you. If you know independent artists that you want to shout out, just type them in the chat. If you have questions or comments, feel free. We'll talk about it. I don't really have any scheduled things to talk about. I just get up here and talk because I'm bored. Another good podcast that I've been watching has been called the Unsubscribed Podcast. It's a bunch of ex-military folks, and they interview people, and it's fun. Yeah, there's a good link for Namson's channel on Twitch. Shout out to Namson. And I hope everybody is having a good day so far, or night, however you look at it. Been live for 47 minutes. The original concept for this was that, I get bored, I go live to have conversations with people as an alternative to drama streams. And, I like to. Not really. I mean, I've Jason JV has been on a couple of times. Alpha Tyler's been on a couple of times. Jimmy J's been on a couple of times. But tonight, nobody's felt like hopping in. And it's understandable. I mean, it's the day before, the night before Christmas, and people are getting their stuff together for Christmas. So it's all good. We just chilling, giving people an alternative to, like I said, drama streams, and shouting out everybody that's cool in the communities, letting people know that there's alternatives online to whatever. Another YouTube channel that I've been watching a lot of their content lately is called The Boys. There's your narrator, Eddie VR, Juicy Fruit Snacks, Josh Dubb, and Molly. That all are members, and they have some great content on their channels. They do a lot of IRL stuff and gaming. I also watch the Goons podcast. I forget all the members there, but they're funny as hell. I like a lot of comedy. Life is stressful enough, so I like to get my laughs when I'm watching lives and things like that. Oh, we got 6 people. Don't be shy. Type in the live, and or if I know you, hit the link, and we can actually have people on panel to talk if you feel like it. It's the Boredom Podcast where I go live because I'm bored. I'm not really a big conversator of, starting conversation. I like to have people give me bullet points to talk about, and I'll go ahead and talk about it. Because a little bit about me is I'm 52. I live on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. I listen to all types of music, even classical and country. Um, I'm a big supporter of the independent music scene and love seeing people uh, do better and better in their crafts. Um, I like to help critique people with their music and stuff, but being on my phone, I'm not able to share screen to play stuff unless I get somebody on that's on a computer that can help do that. But yeah, I'll talk about a little bit of everything. Yesterday, me and Jason, we talked about everything from um, comics and movies and superhero movies to religion and everything in between. So there's no real topics that are off limits. I just prefer not to discuss online drama. But at the same time, I won't shy away from the drama either. It's just I prefer not to talk about it. And politics, I try not to talk too much about either because I'm a centrist. And politics tend to make people very divisive. So I try not to discuss politics too much. Not to mention, I don't want to get shadow banned being a new channel and all. So, like I said, if you're lurking, you're jerking. So please type in the channel, let us know who you are, and get to know you. I've been around a long time, so I know a little bit of a lot, but not a lot about a little. Amen. Amen. There's just so much negativity on the internet that I try to be an alternative for the negativity. And, you know, like I said, I shout out the people that I rock with and hang out with and watch their streams. And if if they want to talk about drama and all that, that's fine. Sometimes I might, interject my opinions on things, but on their channels. But I try to be a haven, if you will, for not discussing drama, if that makes any sense. Politically, I'm a registered independent. Well, I appreciate that. No name. A lot of people say that when they meet me that they think that I'm younger than what I am, which I take as a compliment. I was born in '71, so I remember the '70s, the '80s, the '90s, all that. I had my young and wild days as well. That you know, I've got stories, but I prefer not to talk about them. Exactly. I just don't understand. I understand when some people are passionate about something, but when you start something out of nothing, say someone isn't with it, then it's fine, let it go, you know? Exactly. That's what I tell people all the time. Is like the internet you should treat like a television. If people are talking about stuff that you don't agree with, change the channel. Look for something else. There's a suggested page on YouTube and or Twitch, as well as the people that you subscribe to. So you can always find something to watch. I don't even watch TV anymore, really, because I'm on YouTube watching YouTube videos and people's lives and funny videos and all that. A couple other of the content creators that I follow and watch are like Donut Operator and um, Habitual Line Crosser. They're all great people. Don't have a whole lot of interaction with either of them, but I like their content. I'm a pretty laid back and chilled individual. Feel free to comment. We're friendly here. So, you know, if you have questions, feel free to ask. I can get that. I mean, I love Star Wars, so if there's anything Star Wars related you want to talk about, just start talking about it, um, and I'll interject my thoughts on it. Was never really big into Breaking Bad or Walking Dead. Those shows just I couldn't really ever get into, but you know, I know a lot of people that like them, and I've caught a couple episodes here and there on them. I'm not really a gamer, but I've watched people play games, but it's because they're funny and they talk stuff. Exactly. That kind of goes into the whole Zelda thing. It's not, you know, Zelda, it's Link. I love the superhero genre of movies. A lot of people either like or dislike movies and want to talk about certain actors suck, but I think a lot of times it's the writing that sucks, not the acting. Like with Ben Affleck playing Batman, I never thought that he was a bad Batman. I thought the writing that he had to act kind of sucked, but I thought his portrayal of Batman was pretty good. Um, Jared Leto's Joker, I didn't agree with, but that's because to me it wasn't the comic book that I knew. So you know, he played the part well for what was written for him. I think that's where that went wrong. A lot of with the movies, it's more about the the writing than it is the acting. Welcome, Jason. Feel free to hit up the link. Exactly, exactly. And bro, for real, if I had someone tell me once that Zelda is the coolest dude around, and I was like, so Spider Man and Deadpool are the same dude? I feel that. Just chilling, Jason. Just chilling. We got 6 people viewing. And Hero Nash Gaming is new. He's also a beat maker. Jason is an independent artist as well as a reaction channel. We just hit the 1 hour mark. Been live for an hour. We got 6 viewers. Welcome, welcome. Feel free to chat it up in the text, and if I know you, hit the link that's pinned, and you can join the panel, and we can talk in person. Did I peep the new Deadpool 3 logo with the Wolverine mask and yellow style on the Deadpool logo design? Man, it's sick. Yeah, it is. I've been watching the leaks that come out from that, and it looks like it's going to be a really good movie. I'm excited for Deadpool 3. Oh, guest Jason. Hey, what's up? What's up, Jason?
Well, hello there. Did someone say the Joker?
Yes, love that
Oh,
dude.
really? For I am the Clone Prince of Crime, and I'd love to have some fun.
And I'm Batman. And then, like we were talking about last night, I'm also excited for the possibility of a Lobo movie.
Oh, they're finally remaking the Love Boat?
Well, there's been talks that Momoa said that he's done with Aquaman and he's going to play Lobo.
Oh,
And
Lobo. They're doing a Love Boat movie.
no, I was talking about Lobo.
Oh.
Yeah,
And
I'm
happy
excited for
Christmas
that.
Eve, everybody.
Had to turn you up a little bit so I could hear you better.
Yeah. I said happy Christmas Eve, everyone.
Yeah, happy day before the night before Christmas.
'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring. Not even, I know it's supposed to be a, well, I guess you could say it's a mouse with wings.
Have you tried doing other voice acting or voices?
Did you not watch the Screen 7 fan fiction that me and Strange Fantabulous did?
Oh no, I forgot about watching that. No, I
Yeah.
haven't watched it. I need to.
See, you gotta watch, man. If you want to hear me do some voice
Yeah,
acting, I'm saying.
I feel you. I plan on it. It's just been kind of crazy that the last couple of days.
Mm. So
I was
yeah,
talking.
I did some voice acting in that. I did some voice acting in the Crow fan fiction that we wrote that follows the events of the first two films.
Right.
We're also working on an alternative version of the story that only follows the original movie, and then for like the last Crow fan fiction, we're thinking about doing like a rewritten version of City of Angels to
Cool.
try to, yeah, because apparently there rumor has it that there may be a director's cut that makes the movie more cohesive, and it has more like scenes to help make certain events that happen in the movie more meaningful. So we're
Right.
gonna go based on that for the final Crow fan fiction that we're gonna do for now, at least until we come up with another one. Or yeah,
Yeah, and do me a favor and shoot me a link in my IGDM to that channel so that one, I can go and subscribe and listen to all that, and two, I can go ahead and put it in the description also since we talked about it enough.
all right. Let me. I'm gonna tab out, but I mean, it might kick me out though, depending on how long I tab out for.
Okay, I mean, I'll let you back in no matter what.
All right, you're still gonna be live for a little while, right?
Oh yeah, I plan on staying live for probably at least another 30 minutes to an hour.
All right, give me 1 second. I'll be back.
Cool. All right. Get down with the sickness.
Step up. Are you down with the sickness?
Yeah, Hera Nash did the ooh wah. Come on, get down with the sickness. But I'm a creep. I'm a weirdo.
Well, stop being a creepy weirdo.
What the hell am I doing here? I belong here. Had to change up the lyrics a little bit. That way I don't get clapped. That's a good song too. Another one that I like is Teenagers Scare the Living Shit Out of Me. They can care less as long as somebody bleeds. So darken your clothes and strike a violent pose. Maybe they'll leave you alone, but not me. Ah, there we go. I got the link. Appreciate that, Jason. Yeah, right. But yeah, no name. That's the issue. A lot of content creators have. They'll take some time off, and then it takes them a while to get back into it and get going. But yeah, that's the thing is like it's always okay to take some time off when you're content creating, but you got to stick on a schedule and come back and then just grind and let your fan base know when you are taking a break so that they know to be watching for you to come back. That's the mistake a lot of content creators have is they'll take a break but not tell anybody, and then when they come back nobody's around because people have stopped watching for them to come back. So it's just a matter of rebuilding.
Yay, they didn't kick me out, but I put the
Yay.
link in the chat so
Cool.
everyone can subscribe to Strange Fantabulous and check out her
Right.
awesome AI stories. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. No name. Yeah, people go and hit him up on his Twitch, get him more views and followers. He's good people.
Who?
No name on YouTube, or no name to put
Oh,
on YouTube,
is
aka
that?
Chris as we know him.
Oh,
But yeah, I like shouting out the people that you know we all know in the community and everything.
mm-hmm.
I was telling them all, to check out, Alpha Tyler, you, Geminator, Tech, Triple T, Menace, uh, Loki.
Yeah,
He was live earlier, and I was in his live. And whenever I said I was going to start my own live, he said when he shut down, he would send people over.
yeah,
And Victoria came from over there, but I don't know of a lot of others that did.
yeah. If y'all got time, feel free to check out Alpha Tyler. He's alright, I guess.
Considering you were just on his live this afternoon.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just
Hell, I
getting a
was,
shit because that's the Brody, and I just
yeah,
gotta try the Brody.
yeah. Hell, earlier when we didn't have a whole lot of people, I was saying even We Scheme's good, and I'd love to get We Scheme on one of these panels to talk with him and pick his brain.
Yeah, but he's more of a traditional family man in the sense that he doesn't stay up late, at least not too
Right,
late.
right. Plus, he's a very busy person too with music and
Yeah.
production and everything else.
Yep, that's true. Shout out to the homie Lee Scheme who said I'm gay because I love him so much, but that's okay. He's a very handsome feller, so it's okay.
Yeah, that's cool. I'll have to hit you up sometime whenever you do go live, Hero Nash Gaming. Like I said, the more I get to know people, the more I'm willing to let them on the panel. It's just with things going on, I only want people that I know, so I know that I'm not going to get trolled, so to speak. He's a beat maker also, Jason. So maybe one of these days, he'll drop some music and you'll like what he has and want to hook up with him.
Sure, I'll check him out.
Cool.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, that's what I said. It's all about networking and getting to know people. And if you're a beat maker, we know independent artists, and
Hmm.
if you're an artist, we like to put you on and let people know about you. And if you're just a fan, we like to turn you on to good music as well as content creators as well.
Yes, yeah, sir.
Because I was shouting out all the people, including Dan and Hillbilly and or HBR at the Crossroads, I should say, and Jacksonville Joe and all of them.
Hey, I know those fuggins.
Yep, they good people. And like I
Yeah, they
said,
are.
I've known HBR, Jacksonville Joe, Dan for almost 6 years now. YouTube's an amazing place to get to know people.
Mm-hmm. When they're not trying to cancel people.
Yeah, exactly. So this is Christmas, and what have you done? Let's
Well, I
hope it's
finally
a
finished my
good
shopping, and I finished wrapping all my gifts.
one.
Now I'm ready for January and the rest of 2024.
Yeah, people are still getting to know us. That's why chat's not coming through very much. But yeah, I'm looking forward to next year because February is my 53rd birthday.
You getting old, Jay. Start getting old.
I've been old. It's
Well, you're getting
like
older. Start getting older.
right. It's like I was telling No Name to put on YouTube is I was born in the '70s, so I remember the '70s, the '80s, the '90s. I actually got to watch rap and hip hop in its infancy as well as what it's grown into. That's why when people start getting talking about it, I'm like, yeah, I know a thing or two about that because I remember watching it come up from its infancy and fight to become mainstream. I was having the conversation with family earlier today about how I find it funny that um, a lot of the music that was supposed to be anti-establishment is now mainstream and establishment.
Oh,
Like punk rock has become actually mainstream, and it's like you all were fighting against the man. Now you're working for him. What the hell happened?
it's the money. That's what it is.
Oh yeah, it's all about the money.
Mm,
But that's a capitalist society. That's what you know fuels most people.
mhm.
What question did you have that it's blocking, Hero?
You might want to rephrase your question. There's probably a word in there that YouTube
Yeah,
doesn't
that
like.
YouTube doesn't like. Yeah,
YouTube has to be so politically correct. It's
right.
ridiculous.
Yep. See, even Inga's wondering. Just think of a
Because
different way of asking the question.
the mods should be able to see it and they should be able to approve the comment.
Right. And Inga has a managing mod, so she could let it go through if she sees it.
Hmm.
Because I'm all about free speech, but I know YouTube doesn't allow for free speech, so
Here in this gaming, I'm gonna have to check out some of your freestyles. That's dope.
yep.
That sounds dope.
Yeah. He was saying he has a problem with making his beats though because he has ADHD and he gets upset with what he makes and trashes it. And I told him, don't trash it, just set it aside and come back to it.
Mm.
Because that's where a lot of people go wrong is they trash stuff and think that it's bad, and you never know who's going to like it. So you want to just set it aside and come back to it at a later date to finish it off because you never know what
Mm.
might inspire you.
Yes sir, yes sir.
And I know that you agree with me because we've had those conversations with other people in Discord.
Mm-hmm. My bad, not being very talkative. I'm kind of tired.
I can understand that.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm probably only going to stay live for another 20 minutes or so unless we get more and more people showing up to talk
Oh, okay.
and or get conversations going because I'm not going to shut it down while we're in the middle of a conversation.
Right.
Although that could be a good cliffhanger, but we'll see.
Yeah. I don't know if we want cliffhangers these days, though.
Yeah, I try not to. I like everything to be in its own special thing. I also made a thirst trap thumbnail for this episode in the hopes that maybe people would see it and get intrigued to come see what's going on.
Nice. Nice, nice.
Right. I'm interested to see if Hero Nash Gaming can rephrase his question that YouTube wouldn't let go through.
Mm. I'm curious about that question now. I need to know
Same,
this question.
same. I don't need to know, but I'm curious to know.
Jay, you must not shut this live down until we find out the question. It could be a vital question.
eh, you never know.
Hmm.
Also, there's other ways of getting your questions answered also by either um, messaging in Discord or IG because I do get my notifications from those. So,
Yeah, yeah.
okay. So, oh well, that's no name. He doesn't want to. The Stream Elements doesn't want him to do a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship. I think Alpha Tyler plays that a lot. I think you played it with him a couple of times too. No name.
He was playing it for a good minute, then he stopped.
Right. I think he's trying to find things that will actually interest people to watch him play.
Mhm. I told him he needs to start playing those Saints Row games.
Mm.
Saying,
Well, Aaron brought up the there's a new game that a lot of streamers are playing. I forget the name of it.
mm,
It's almost. Um, how can I describe it to get people? Oh, Lethal Company is the name of it. I knew it would come to me eventually. I see a lot of gamers that are streaming that and playing that because it's a big co-op game that you can play cross-platform, I believe, and it's like RPG-ish or MMO-ish.
Mm.
So it's something to look into if you're a gamer, especially if you like to stream games. Lethal Company. A lot of people are streaming playing that, and it's kind of horror based, but also sci-fi.
Mm.
So the premise is that you're going to planets to mine, and there's like creatures that try to eat you that you have to avoid. It's
Mm.
pretty interesting.
Yep. Yep.
It's more interesting watching the people play because you got people talking shit to each other and trying to you know avoid getting eaten and all that. So it gets to be kind of fun to watch. So what to talk about now? We've hit those topics, those bullet points already.
Did we?
Well, I mean, we were talking movies and um, just shout outs and plugs and all that.
Mm.
Hoping people will go and subscribe to those that are in the text as well as the panel here.
Yes. Yes.
And my foot's bothering me a little bit, but
Is it your
it'll
toe
be
that's
all
aggro?
right. Yeah. Well, the weather's changing, so it always acts up during the weather. I had my big toe amputated, and I'm
Yeah.
healing from it. So that's another reason why I do the boredom podcast. They give me something to do since I'm out of work.
Mm.
But I
How's your toe
also,
healing up though?
huh?
How's it healing up though?
Oh, it's healing up good. It's a slow process because it's on the foot, but it's healing up. It's healing by like point 0.5 centimeters or millimeters or something. I'm not exactly sure how they measure it each time I go
Mm.
and get it checked out.
Oh, okay.
There's here and Ash's freestyle link that didn't get posted, so people can check out.
Oh, Inga, can you send it to my IG DMs so I can check it out afterwards? If you don't mind, I would really appreciate it.
I think he's a member of Alpha's Discord too.
Oh, is he really?
I think he was saying something about that.
Yeah, I don't really go into the Discord that often, so I wouldn't
Right.
know if he's in there.
I feel you. The time that we were doing the after party for Alpha Tyler's ATRL, you ended up in there for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, I pop in there at random. I'll post a GIF and then I'll peace out.
Cool. Inga says done.
Thank you, Inga. Appreciate it.
Yeah, and on Thursday nights, you want to come up by Alpha Tyler's channel. He does a music request live called ATRL, where you can submit your music for him to check out and critique. It's always a fun
Yep.
time.
Submit your
Hey, Atlanta.
freestyle so he can check them out.
Yep. And hi, Elena. Glad you can make it. Welcome to the Boredom Podcast. Always good to see you around.
Yep.
And again, like I said, if any, I know you and you're in and want to cut your teeth on being on a panel, just hit the link that's pinned, and I'll have you up if I know you. Because that way you can talk instead of having a text. And with us having only like 3 viewers, it's a good way to cut your teeth on being on a live. Oh, we got dead air, so
Yeah, we
gotta
got
think
that.
of things to talk about.
Yeah.
We're dropping in viewership. We're down to 4.
Okay, now we're counting viewers, so that lets you know we really don't have anything much to talk about.
Right. So with this podcast, we're dependent on people to chat with us and give us topics to talk about too.
Yep. Anything like
And it,
that to discuss, go ahead and leave them in the comments so
right.
we can keep the show going.
Yep.
See, we already talked about video games the other day. We talked about movies. We talked religion. We talked. What else did we talk about? Politics a little bit,
Yeah.
I think.
I mean, I try to steer away from politics, but you know,
Yeah.
it's because I'm a centrist, an independent, registered independent. So
Yeah.
I
And
don't think anybody has the right answers, but I try to vote for the lesser of the two evils.
even though it's still evil.
Yeah. My football team did well tonight, to the chagrin of Alpha Tyler.
What?
I said my football team did well tonight, to the chagrin of Alpha Tyler, because he had people that were on the opposing team's fantasy football.
Oh yeah, that's still going on, right?
Yep. We're in the playoffs now for fantasy football.
Nice. I know the Colts didn't make it.
Yeah. But Alpha was number one in the league until this week. He's playing Domier, I think, in the playoff, and then I'm up against Tech in the consolation bracket. And
Oh,
with
okay.
the one game, I'm already like 100 points to Tech's like 90 points, I think, or 80 points or something like that.
Hmm.
And I only had like 1 or 2 people play, and he had like 2 or 3 people play.
Hmm.
Ah, you were behind, huh, Inga? Or I mean, Elena. Sorry for the misspeak. So we're
Well, at least
losing
you didn't
viewers,
misfeel.
huh?
At least you didn't misfeel.
Right. I misfeel a lot.
Hmm.
That's another reason why I like to have the panel to talk with, because my typing sucks. It just happens, Elena, occasionally. It likes to start people from the beginning, and you have to fast forward, but up to where we're at currently. Yeah, doing well. Jason seems to be doing well also. It was nice
Hmm.
that Simple made an appearance on Alpha's live last night, or this afternoon, I mean.
Yep. I hopped in JP's stream last night, saw everyone there, but nobody was being responsive, so I dipped out.
Oh, I was I was talking about possibly setting up a GoFundMe to try to go ahead and have like an as seen on YouTube convention down here. That way, maybe we can get a GoFundMe so that people that might not be able to have the funds to travel would be able to take a trip. Nobody yet, Inga, but like I said, it's an idea that I had to possibly do a GoFundMe to try to have a convention down here for all of us on YouTube and stuff. Inga said, "What? Everybody's always responsive in Jackson's stream for the most part. Sometimes people just get caught up in conversation or music and they don't pay
Yeah,
attention to the new people."
yeah. I think everyone was distracted or whatever because I put like a couple comments in there and like see if people saying something, but nobody said anything. So I was like, yeah, okay.
It's understandable, Inga. It's all good. It's not anything that's going to happen anytime soon. It's just an idea that I had and that I'm looking at the possibility of doing it for the future sometime next year. And it's basically doing the GoFundMe so that we can rent a floor of a hotel and convention area so that we can set up and I'll go live and or have like a concert or of independent artists or whatever. Like I said, it's just me spitballing. I think that'd be a kind of a fun little thing to do sometime, either during the summer or right, but as winter is starting, so that the snowbirds can get out of where they're at and people can get a vacation in. Because where I live is a tourist destination, so it'd be good to do. We get a lot of conventions down here anyway, so it's one of those things I'm looking into the possibility of doing in the future. Elena says, Jason, I will be totally honest with you. Many times I've tagged you and asked you directly how you are, and you never responded, so I stopped at some point.
I don't recall any of those things happening, but because I'm pretty sure I would respond, but okay.
I mean, and she says she always says hello to everyone.
Well,
It also could have been the fact that chat moved so fast that he didn't see you say hello, or
yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm not trying to start anything. I'm just saying, if pop up in there in a comment and no one say anything, then I'm not going to stick around. I'll just go somewhere else. That's fine. I'm not upset about it. It's just if, like I said, if I'm not conversating with anybody there, then I'm not going to stick around. I'm going to go somewhere where people want to conversate. I'll conversate with them.
hello, Denise. And the other thing was, I think another big thing was I had gone live and Jason had saw that I had went live, and because he
Mm-hmm.
didn't really see anybody saying anything in Jackson's, he jumped over here.
Yeah,
So it was no big deal, and he
yeah,
wasn't trying to, like he said, cause any ruffled feathers or drama or anything.
exactly.
We all do our things and chat and hang out.
Mm-hmm. And if nobody wants
And
to
that's
chat,
it,
then I'll just go back to doing what I was doing earlier. Just watch more YouTube videos.
right? That's what I do too when I'm not live or in anybody else's live.
Mm-hmm.
I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I play a couple of games on my phone and do my life.
Yeah, and plus I also been busy doing, like I said, been doing my thing, working on my music, my content,
Mm,
collaborating with people. So so if I'm not being responsive, probably because like I'm busy doing my thing.
right. And I know from the past with me and Jason hanging out in Discord. Sometimes he's in the middle of doing his own music while we're in Discord chatting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I encourage everybody to do that. Denise is to go back and watch the replays of lives also when you're bored.
Yep.
I like to do that too, especially with people that I follow. I just when people are stream sniping or they're you know doing all that, that's whenever I'm usually in and out because I'm bored. And why I started this up is an alternative to the drama streams, as I call them. Come to live streams to check on everyone and ask everyone how they are and wishing everyone well. If there's no response, I can't change it. Right. And that's what we're saying is, sometimes people don't respond and it's all good,
Mm-hmm.
or you don't see the response.
Mm-hmm. No stuff happens.
Yeah, I've been watching your stuff, Denise. Some of those are pretty fun. But if anybody has any questions or anything, feel free to ask questions and all, so that we have talking points. And if you need to go to sleep, go to sleep. It's all good. You can
Mm-hmm.
always check out replays or what have you, because I leave my lives up. Damn, that sucks, Lena.
That
We
does
hope
suck.
your new year is better than your last.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, we all hope that you have a better year. I hope everybody has a better year. Lord knows we need it. We
Oh
all
yeah.
need to have better years.
Yep. I know. I need a better year.
Yep,
This
same
is
here. But I'm not a pity party kind of person.
well, it's not that I'm a pity party person either, but I mean, after losing a relative and everything, man, this year really
Right.
sucked.
I feel you. I feel you. It always sucks. And but yeah, we hope
I think that's
everybody's
another,
doing well.
I think that's another reason why I was being so distant too. Is the fact that I lost my cousin, who, like I said, is like a brother to me, and being dirty by that girl I was dating earlier this year too. It's like,
Right. Right. Yeah, I had a close friend of the family whose mother passed away, and mother-in-law, because their husband and
mm,
wife.
oh, and that sucks.
Yep, two heads are better than one. But we hope everybody's having a good time, and that their new year is better than their last.
Yep.
But I think I'm gonna end up shutting it down soon. I've been live for an hour and a half now, and I don't know what else to talk about. And I'm starting to get a little tired myself.
All right, Jay. Well, as always, appreciate you having me on.
I appreciate you being here and everybody, and We hope that y'all had a good night, and we'll talk to y'all later.
Yep. See ya.